it says you're gonna get enchantress. Because Samaritan out here on these YouTube, Instagram, and other streets. Come today because I have a whole lot to say. People, look. I know you don't get it. I know you don't understand me. I know you programmed. I know you're used to what you're used to. But let's talk about the fitness industry, bodybuilders. Okay. Just because you've done something before doesn't mean that it's going to work now. Okay? People speak of different dimensions, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension. If this is true, you can't go to the fifth dimension with old forms of yourself, old physical forms of yourself. So that means that something has to happen to your physical form in order for you to migrate to the fifth dimension. And there have been a lot of deaths in the fitness world, not just natural deaths, some that they say are attributed to steroids. But people don't understand that bodybuilding that was applicable to getting the results that you want with your physique in the 60s, 70s, 80s, up until, recent, is going to be effective to a body that is transforming and elevating to the fifth dimension. Because you're crystallizing. Your plasma is crystallizing. So to do the same movements, the ripping and tearing of your muscles, to have them to heal, to enlarge, that process is detrimental to a body that is attempting to crystallize. I'm going to say that again. The old repetitions that were used to successfully build your physique to a point that a bodybuilder was satisfied that he could compete, that is no longer applicable to a body that is crystallizing in order for that individual to elevate to the fifth dimension. A lot of people are not going to want to hear that, because there's some people that think that you can still do that and still elevate to the fifth dimension. I'm here to tell you, better do your research. I just had to come and say something. Things are different, people. I know it doesn't seem like it. We hear about so much doom, the end of the world. Yeah. It happens with anything. If you go and take your butt out 12 o'clock in nature, take your behind to some part of nature, and you sit there for hours, make sure you're hydrated. You're not going to really want to eat. And just really observe what's going on. There are going to be processing cycles, and breaking down and decomposing, and death is part of that process. So just because more things are dying and it's more evident of it, doesn't necessarily mean that that's something bad. The earth realm is healing. So if there's been an excessive amount of chaos, poison, toxins in this earth, then that means more things are going to have to go through the death process to get us to a point of healing. But what you've been trained and programmed to do is focus on the multitude of death, but not understand that the multitude of death is necessary because there's excesses of what we don't need.